Alright, as we get started, we're going to start doing review for the exit exam coming up. And so it's important to remember these steps, that you want to read the question and read the question again so you understand what it's asking. If it's a word problem, underline what the question is asking in all numbers. If it's a word problem, circle all math terms or vocabulary. Use logic. Does the answer make sense? If it's a graph, try plugging in a point on the line or a point in the shaded region into the equation. And if you don't know how to solve a problem, can the answers be plugged into the equation? So as we read the question, which of the following inequalities represents the statement a number x decreased by 9 is greater than 27? So number x decreased by 9 is greater than 27. So the first thing you want to do is, before we even start looking at the problem, let's look at the answers. So what does this symbol say? Well, when it looks like that, this symbol is greater than. And that's what the question is looking for, a greater than. So I know that my only two possible answers could be A or C. So that means I can cross out B, I can cross out D, because both these have less than. So now let's look at the problem again. A number x decreased by 9. So now we're looking at this word decrease, and obviously decrease is going to mean subtraction. And so now here this says x decreased by 9, whereas this one says 9 decreased by x. And so we're going to go in this order like it's written. So the correct answer here is A. So now that you've done this one, try 1B, mark the question, show a little bit of work, and then move on. Alright, as we look at 2A, multiply a number by 3. So multiply a number by 3 and subtract 7 from the result. The answer is 5. So what I'm going to first start looking at is, since it says is 5, in math the word is means equal. So we want to see which one of these equations equal 5. The first one equals 7, second one equals 5, third one equals 5, and the last one equals 7. So again, we can get rid of two wrong answers right off the bat, and so now we're down just to a 50-50. Now go back, it says multiply a number by 3 and subtract 7 from the result. So I want to subtract 7 from my answer multiplying by 3. And so this one says 3 times x, and then we subtract 7. Whereas this one, since this x is inside the parentheses, we would actually minus 7, then multiply by 3. So that means our correct answer here is going to be B, because we multiply the number by 3, so we multiply x by 3, we get an answer, and then we subtract 7. So B is the correct answer. So the same thing, try 2B, make sure you mark and underline the text, and do your best. Alright, 3A, if h equals 2, k equals 7, then hk minus 6 divided by 2 minus 1 equals what? So whenever I do these problems, I like to rewrite the equation. So it's hk minus 6 divided by 2 minus 1. And so now, since h and k are variables, I'm just going to put them as parentheses waiting to be filled in. Over 2 minus 1. And so now I need to plug in h. So h is going to go here. So we look back at the problem, it says h is 2. So we're going to put a 2 here. And k is going to go here. And k is 7. And so when you have a letter next to a letter in math, that means we're going to multiply them. And so when we have parentheses next to parentheses, that means we're going to multiply. So we're going to go 2 times 7. That's going to give us a 14. And now we just rewrite everything over without doing any other math. We're going to do one step at a time. And so now before we can divide this, we have to take care of the top. So 14 minus 6 gives us 8. 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. And 4 minus 1 gives us 3. So the correct answer here is B. So try 3B. This is the amount of work I'm expecting. Alright, let's take a look at 4A. What is the value of this expression when x equals 7? And so what we're going to do is, as we rewrite it, we're going to go ahead and plug the 7 in. And so this is going to be 2 plus 4 squared divided by 3 minus 7 plus 2. And so this type of problem is seeing whether or not you know how to follow the order of operations, PEMDAS. So working from left to right, whenever we have parentheses, we do what's inside the parentheses first. So since we have parentheses, let's do those first. So now in this first set of parentheses, notice that there's two things we can do. We have an addition and we have an exponent. So now we come back over here and say, well, what do I do first? So as we work left to right, the next thing we have to worry about are exponents. So we're going to have to go 4 squared first. And remember, 4 squared, that really means 4 times 4. So this is going to become 2 plus 16. And then now let's rewrite. Alright, so now we go back to the beginning and look, we have parentheses, so we do what's on the inside. Now there's only one operation, and so 2 plus 16 gives us 18. And since there's nothing left on the inside, there's no number on the outside, I can just write 18. I no longer need the parentheses. Divided by 3 minus, and we can do what's inside these parentheses at the same time. So 7 plus 2 gives us 9, and again, we don't need to write the parentheses anymore. So now we're at the multiplication or division, and so as you work left to right, we only have division, so we're going to go 18 divided by 3 gives us 6. And then now we finish off with our addition or subtraction. 6 minus 9. So here, if you know what 6 minus 9 is, great. If you need to change this to addition, you can, and so you would leave change. And so now this is 6 plus negative 9. And so you look at it and say, what do I have more? Do I have more positives? I have 6 positive, or I have 9 negatives. So I have 9 negatives, so my answer is going to be negative. And so now you just off to the side, or in your head, you think, oh, 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. So the correct answer is A. Try 4B. Again, this is the amount of work I'm going to expect in order for you to get full credit.